Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Glad to see everybody's coming in. Uh, Hope everybody's had a great day. Like I said, we got a few in here, and I'll go through the names here and just directly. But it's
Hope everybody's had a great day.
dang it. Well, I keep forgetting to do that, but nothing like getting a repeat. But it's true, a repeat. I hope everybody's had a great day. Here in a second, I will go through all the names that's in here. Anyway, I was seeing some pretty neat little shows going around the YouTube. So hopefully they're all some of them's pretty cool. Some of them's, it is what it is. There a lot of people got some interesting things to say. It's always nice to see people coming up with different ideas and different thoughts. And it's always good to see. So anyway, we're going to run back and start at the top. Hey, Liz, I'm going to start at the top so I can go catch everybody. And then we'll get this thing kicked off and talk about something I hope interesting to everybody. We got Red, Professor Falcon, Frank Stein, If It Flips, excuse me, James Shepard, Joe C., Camperman, Patrick Kelly. Let's see. Let me run down through some more. King ENT. I'm sure that's King Entertainment. I'm hoping. Actually, I think I said hi to Patrick Kelly. Anyway. Mary Laveau. Meemaw Patriot. Hello. Cool Gamer. Robert Lawrence. Chris Gilbert. Wheezy. Liz Griswold. Sharon Whitmore. Well, thank you, King. I appreciate that. And whoever sent you, tell them thank you. Gigi Homestead, hello. Zoe Bonnie, hello. A couple new names in here I hadn't seen in a while or haven't seen at all. Zoe Bonnie, your name almost looks familiar. I just don't remember seeing you over here. But hey, either way, it's pretty cool. I enjoy it. Hey, Creek, how you doing, bud? It's filling up pretty good. Yeah, we'll get to the headline news here in a second. Like I said, I don't go a whole lot deep into them, but just throw out what's there. People can go look it up themselves if they want to read about it, but you get the gist of it. Well, Creek, that's good. I'm glad you're off tonight and tomorrow night. Wow. How'd you get 2 nights off in a row? That's kind of unheard of. Okay. Zoe. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, we got people that's in the background that watch and just hang out and listen, and that's anywhere you go. So it's all cool. So anyway, trying to keep up with the chat, see what they say. Yeah, Joe C. Yeah, we kind of touched base on that a little bit last night, where I know California's trying to take away all the gas stoves. And what are they going to do? Go to electric? Just like they said, everybody will buy electric cars, and then you can't charge them because the power grid can't handle it. So now they're going to do the same thing with the stoves, and you're going to go to electric, and you can't use them because it pulls too hard on the power grid. See, it's all a setup and setting people up to fail. And Governor Newsom, how he still got his job, I don't know. Trudy Huddleston, hello. Ronald Hendricks, hello. And Andy Heinrich, hello. KN, hello. Yeah, it's all behind this solar bull and you know, these windmill companies. You know, that's what bureaucrats in Washington do, is they go lobby for their companies that pay them to go talk to congressmen and Senate into backing their BS. And I'm going to tell you, it's a screwed up mess. They need to get rid of all them people. And I don't know if Gavin Newsom wants California all to himself, him and his auntie, Big Losi. They can have it. If they want it, they can have it. And then they're saying they're going to charge people for moving out of California. They're going to start still charging the taxes they had before they left. I don't think that's quite right either. You can't find a RV to get out of town. Not an RV, but a rental unit. You know, what do they call them? Ryder trucks or U-Hauls. And no one's wanting to take them back, so because no one wants to go to California. Yeah, Robert Lawrence, yeah, if everybody went back to wood stoves, that would sure piss them off. That'd backfire in their face. Barb Kleiman, hello. Q City, hello. But the good thing is, if they went back to wood stoves in California, especially Northern California and where all the trees are and shit, it'd clean out some of that underbrush. Then you wouldn't be all them fires. Yeah, Ronald Hendricks, you are correct. It should be to the people to vote on whether windmills and solar and all that. And I think in between the windmills, wind electric, solar electric, and gas, you know, I think we should have it all. Coal, we should have it all because we're not polluting the earth. It's all earth substances. It's all employee, and it's a ploy to get whoever wants the most money out of the situation. That's what they pay. And them lobbyists are running around there selling themselves to sell that big ass lie. Yeah, Trudy, when I was growing up, we did do some wood. Now, I don't think I've ever burned coal, to be honest. All right, Kim, welcome. Yeah, hang out, listen, do whatever you want. It's good to see you. Yeah, the bureaucrats is what's running this country. They're unelected officials, and they're the ones that's not only ruining, but they're running this country. They're running it. And I think need to get rid of them. Every one of them. Every one of them need to be put in prison for a little bit. Because if it ain't what the people want, you don't get a say. That's kind of what I feel. Coal makes a good hot fire. Yeah, I've used charcoal, but I've never used a true coal. And they say a true coal burns very, very hot. Hey, Tracy. Yes, Brian Bailey, because I knew it took 218, but 216 is all it took because that's all it was in the all on the floor that day. And now I was told that as long as they're in Washington D.C., their vote still counted. But I don't know how all that worked for sure. But so I looked into that a little bit, and I couldn't really find anything that made a whole lot of sense. Welcome to the government. Yeah, Trudy, I'm sure true coal would burn all night long. It's probably a lot more expensive than wood would be. Willard Hall, hello. But yeah, I'm sure it would, but I'm sure it hold. You'd still have those little embers in the bottom to where all you'd have to do is stoke a little wood off in it, and you're good to go without having to restart the fire. Like I said, I haven't dealt with any real coal. Like I said, in charcoal, it's not best to. It's got a lot of other things in it that's kind of you really don't want to burn it in your house. That's for sure. Oh yeah, methane enters that. Methane's just part of it. Methane's been there forever, King. Um, and it's going to be whether we're here or not. You're still going to have methane because any critters that's still alive is putting off methane, and they get rid of all humans on Earth. Well, that just means the animal population is going to go through the roof, and they're going to still put out the same amount of methane as we do, as a conglomerate of people and animals, and so it ain't going to make a difference. Trying to read some of these. Yeah, coal producers are a lost trade, that's for sure. Very few, far between. Well, Barb climbing, just like the old show. If you go back and watch Jurassic Park, that old guy always played the real intelligent guy. I can't even think of his name. He also played in The Fly. He said one thing that made sense to me, and it still sticks with me today. Life will find a way, no matter what. Yes, King, it does. It even rises from the bottom of an ocean. Yep, lakes. So no matter what they tell you up there in that little 10 square miles, it's trying to screw us all over. No matter what they tell you, you rest assured it's probably a lie. Probably not all of it, but 90% of it is all a ploy to better themselves so they can keep a job, get paid to do very little, and we get to bust our ass and pay them. It don't make no damn sense. We work for them. Oh, no, wait. They work for us, but we have to work every day to pay them to do nothing except screw us. And I'm sorry, I'm getting tired of paying people to screw us. Wow, Trudy, that's getting an early start on it. Nine years old. Well, back in the day. Look at your back comment. Okay, hang on just a second, Brian, and let me run back and look. Yeah, I don't look at numbers quite like that, Brian Bailey, due to if you go by birthdays, They're going to be born within 365 days of a certain year, whatever year that may be. And with 330 million people just in the United States alone, take and figure that up. How many people would actually have the same birthday? So you can relate that, and you can find hundreds and thousands of people that have the same damn birthday. A little kiss off, Chrissy Cat. I was trying to think or look and see if I missed anybody, because I hate missing people. I don't want to leave anybody out. Everybody deserves to have their name shouted out. James, hello. I try to support anybody that supports me. You know, if you're here for me, then I'm going to give you a shout out and do what I can to try to read all your comments. It gets tough when you get over 40 or 50 people, but I'm trying. Alberta, Canada is. Well, they may not like what they find in some of them homes. Marie. Yeah, they may get a little upset and get run off for the day until they go get some law officials. That's what I would think. But we'll see. Yeah, I don't know why Turdo is pushing that so hard when even the military's backed off all their regulations. And yeah, I mean, everybody's backing off of it. We forgot about it about 5 months ago, 6 months ago, and no one really cares anymore what they say about it because it's a bullshit lie. Donna R., hello. Yeah, some of these people are just, it's in the uppers echelons of every government, are just screwing the brains out of every one of us. And they tell us we have to pay taxes and we have to do this and we have to do that. How come the people that we employ are telling us what we have to do? That don't make no damn sense to me. Don't make no damn sense. Sorry, just reading some of the chat. Here in a second, I will post a link. Let a few come up. And like I said, I'm probably going to rotate people out if more want to come up because I don't want a whole bunch on panel. I don't want anybody talking over anybody. It just gets confusing and no one gets to hear what the conversation is. And that Graph, hello, good to see you. Book Girl, did I say hello to you? Book Girl, hello. Either way. Yeah, Creek, there's a lot of us that are. If I'm not mistaken, the House already passed the bill to abolish the new IRS, the 87,000 they was going to hire. And then I was talking to some people, and I got to reading. They said, "Well, it's already passed. There's already money for it." Well, no, not necessarily, because it didn't go into effect till, I don't know, a couple months down the road. Well, now the Republicans just said, "Okay, we'll just hold the purse. We won't fund it." I don't know why the government's funding it anyway. Wheezy, she started doing a late night show herself. She had one last night. The last I heard, I don't know. Which is fine. Like I said, this internet is huge. Like I said, at any one given time, there's 4 million people on here. There's plenty of room for everybody. Jeff B, hello. Good to see you. Someone else coming here. Where'd I miss? Who'd I miss? Thought I seen somebody else. I'm sorry. Let me see. Oh, guess I did. Hey, Prepping. How are you? Hang on just a second, Prepping. I'll drop a link, and if Jeff B wants to come up, he can grab it too. If not, that's fine also. Give me just a second. I'll drop it. Mustang, hello. Susan Hazelton, hello. But anyway, no, there's just a lot of. The bottom line is this government's really got to get their head out of our business and go back to the business they originally was arranged for. Yeah, probably so. Jeff B, you're probably correct. Prepping, hello. Good to see you, bud.
Evening.
So how's your day going, bud?
Well, some odd shit happened today at work. If y'all want
Okay.
to hear that one. So I'm walking into work, and my buddy Brian, he's got cancer and all that, and he comes up to me and he says, "You wouldn't believe what I saw in the parking lot. An oil stain in the shape of Jesus Christ."
Really?
And he's like, "I hope this isn't a sign that God's calling me home." Because he was like diagnosed with cancer, and I guess they gave him 1.5 years to live. So it's just about 1.5 years. So
yeah, it could be.
And then I walked into work after that, and it was strangely quiet, like a sense of evil
Right.
was in the place. Nobody was talking really, and those that were very quiet about things, like almost like they were suspicious of me or anybody else coming in that door or whatever. Usually it's like hustle and bustle. It's not, for a factory warehouse, for you to be able to hear a pin drop across the warehouse is an oddity.
Right.
But as of late, it's been very, very creepy.
Everybody's on pins and needles, huh?
Well, there's that, and I don't know, something's very unsettling. And also, not to read too much into the tea leaves here, but do you know today's date?
111?
Yeah. Okay. 111 of 23.
Right.
322. Skull and Bones call sign?
It's what?
322.
Okay.
The Skull and Bones call sign.
Okay. Like I said, I never followed that a whole lot. Let me say hello to a couple people. Awakened Patriot. We've got CJ 1975, and I don't think I said hi to Mary Freeland, but hello. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, the year is 2023, so it's 322 backwards.
Right.
Get it? Okay. And today is 111. Add up all the ones, they equal 3. It's reverse of itself.
Okay. Well, like I said, there's a
The
lot of
point
that
is
stuff
the point
I
is
didn't
the
never
skull
really
and,
got into real deep. I know what the skull and bones are.
yeah.
Wanda Arms and Shell, hello.
They like to play around with their little dates and shit, so that's all I got to say about that. Just today was a really weird day. Time also seems to be off.
Okay.
I've witnessed this before in the past couple years where like my computer will be 7 minutes fast one day and 7 minutes slow the next, and none of my clocks ever match up, and no matter how much I try to set them. Like I'll time my iPad to my computer, which are technically supposed to be kept by the
Yeah, it's analog. Or I mean it's atomic clock. Yeah.
the atomic clock, but yet they still keep getting 7 minutes off, and I don't know why. It's like we keep switching timelines. Again, more conspiracy stuff you haven't dug into, I bet, but
Yeah, not much. Not much. I have noticed a few of mine being off just a little bit. Not 7 minutes. Usually it's 6:30 to 35 seconds. Doc P, hello. And there was another one I wanted to read. Dang it, what was it?
today's just been very weird, is all I can say.
Doc P, oddly, 322 is my mother-in-law's weight. Wow.
Oh,
That's not going to get you any brownie points
oh
anywhere.
dear. Oh, oh my.
Yeah. Garrett, a one, hello. Anybody I missed, I apologize. I'm trying to keep up, but I mean, there's 125 people in here, and it's hard to keep up with everybody.
Sorry I brought the weirdness, Shane.
No, you're all good. You're all good. Like I said, I don't mind people coming up and having a different idea about things, just because they come up and say it. I may not know anything about it or believe in it, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to let people have their own opinion of what they believe in,
Right.
because it's none of my, if I don't know, I can't honestly say. I can give my opinion on some things if I know anything about it, which I don't know everything about
What
everything.
more are you able to do? You know what I mean? So,
Right, right.
yeah, just today was a real weird day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel something brewing in the air, and I'm not liking it. Just with everything that's gone on. Also, the 911 services went down statewide here in Michigan yesterday.
What was up?
We don't know. Our systems got just turned off.
Gypsy Lizzie, hello. Your system got turned off.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Our nobody could get through to the dispatch. So they had to call the actual police department
Right.
number instead of 911.
Right.
So, I don't
Zero
know.
Cummings, hello. Sorry about that. Prepping, go ahead.
It's
I
just,
don't know. Like I said, I hadn't heard anything about it. I was hoping D-Dog would come in this evening
and then to have these things with the flights where all these flights are canceled, and
oh yeah, the FCC canceled all domestic flights, but yet there was still, I don't know how many thousand flights still up in the air.
well, they're allowed to land. They're just not allowed to take off because they don't know where they're taking off to and what altitude.
Well, yeah. Well, why in the hell did they do that? See, I never got an explanation. I just seen the little headline there, and
Right.
it didn't have any explanation. Did you hear anything more about it? Why they did it?
I have no idea. Doc P says, "Can you do a reunion show with all the former panel rage, Krista Hawk?" I've had Krista up on my panel as a recent. And Rage came by on New Year's, so I haven't seen Hyde nor Hair Mark because he's a different time zone, and Hawks pops in and out, and he's doing his own thing.
Oh yeah. Well, and he's in the middle of that damn move and shit too, isn't he?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him in months. So
I ain't no telling.
not that I wouldn't mind that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, cameraman. Yeah, it's just something to piss people off. Yeah, strain them in airports. That'll sure do it.
Right. Q City Lady says we got an EAS a couple days ago.
Huh.
I'd assume that's like a emergency broadcast thing.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Kim's right there with me. Yay! I'm glad I'm not the only one because it was
Well, I didn't
so.
have to get out much today, so I really didn't have to experience hardly anything of it. Although I did see a couple of my different devices did have a little bit of different times. So,
Well, I've experienced this on and off for the past 3 years, ever since the coof hit. Was
right.
my times would be off. I don't know why.
See, I don't, and I don't even know who regulates the atomic clock. I don't know. And
Well, even if they did, I mean, it can't be off by much.
you wouldn't think.
No. Thank you, Professor Falcon. But yeah, it just, I don't know. It was very weird today to the point where it's like, I almost had a mental breakdown because everybody just, how do I want to put it? Okay, I know they're human beings, but they didn't feel like human beings. You know, the aura you get when you meet somebody, whether or not they're a good or bad person.
Correct.
But it was like something was over these people today, and I don't know what it was. Something very dark.
Well, it could be just their aura putting off a sense of your body saying don't trust them or trust them. It could be something that simple.
Well, that's what I've been dealing with lately, but I've asked them, and they're like, they're feeling it too, and it's just really, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, it's trust me, I've been through times like that too. Like I said, I didn't get out much today. I don't. Matter of fact, I didn't even get out today.
But the thing is, it wasn't with everybody I was dealing with.
Right.
It was
Well,
only
the
with
people you're associated with, so that's pretty much everybody you associate with, other than online.
right.
But anybody you walk against or close to, or have contact to personally, you're going to get a different aura than you get on the interweb.
Oh no, I get that. It's just like, for instance, some people at work that are normally happy-go-lucky and that they had an odd sense about them today, and I asked them, are you feeling the same shit in the air too? Is it feeling weird around here? And they're like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. And they said maybe there's some shit going on behind the scenes that we're not telling us. Which
Yeah. See, I don't know.
that's very well. Given what I know about my company and what I've been told, there is stuff that's supposed to be changing coming soon, but that wouldn't warrant a negative feeling, though.
Well, maybe everybody kind of knows what's going to happen. They're fixing to lay a bunch of people off.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Is like, are we just being set up for a fall here?
Yep.
Am I being set up? Is other people being set up that they want to get rid of? Are they just going to bring in a whole nother batch of people?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You're gonna bring in some cheaper labor since we got so many of them coming over here
you want
now.
to talk about cheap labor? Well, the thing is, they're paying the starting people at my work more than what they're paying me.
Wow.
And I blew my stack at them, and they didn't like that. It's like, well, what do you expect? No wonder you can't hold people. We've had, let me put it this way, Shane. We've had 7 interviews in 3 days.
Uh-huh.
Guess how many people stayed?
Probably all 7.
0.
Oh, 0. Wow.
One guy walked out the door after being interviewed with my supervisor. He's like, he goes up to my buddy Brian there and he says, I don't like that guy. What's it really like around here? And we all started laughing. And he
Like
fucking,
any other
and
job.
we all started like, just go. You're not gonna like it here.
It's just like any other job. You're not going to fit in with everybody. You just
Well,
go
no,
there to
I
do
get
your job.
that.
You're not there to make friends. If you make a friend along the way, that's a bonus. You're there for a job. You're there for a paycheck. You're there to make a living and be able to eat.
You know, that's what's been keeping me going is, I have to keep telling myself it's just a job. It's just a job. It's not,
Yeah,
you
it's not
know,
a lively. It's not a lifestyle. It's just a
right.
job. Yeah, there's a lot of people forget about that. That oh well, my job's not comfortable, and my feelings got hurt at work, and I'm going to sue them or I'm going to quit. Why? It's a job. They're paying you to do something. Do it. They're not paying you to visit with people. They're not paying you to hang out in the lounge with people. They're paying you to do your damn job, do your job, and go home. No,
Although
nobody.
I can say, I don't blame any of the new interview guys, for not wanting to stay. It's like what they're paying people ain't enough.
There's a lot of companies, yeah, still scratching the bottom of the barrel to pay people.
Yeah, they're like, what's going on? Why aren't we having people stay? Oh, it might be the wages. No, it couldn't be the wages. No.
Yeah, inflation went through the roof, but the prices went down the toilet. The wages did.
Yeah. Wages, yeah, they've stayed the same on paper, but you have like 15% less buying power.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and the taxes haven't got any easier on you. So
Oh, no.
that's the only way you can get rid of inflation is lower the taxes. And I'm
Okay.
sorry, but it is what it is.
Q
Let people get
City,
some money back in their belts and in their britches, and they're able to buy more.
Q City says, my neighbors even noticed how nasty people are getting, especially in public. It-
Hmm.
you know, people bitch at me at work why I carry. They're like, why do you need that? It's making me uncomfortable. Oh, who gives a fuck? First off,
Well, then stay away
uh,
from me.
right, and stay right. But I've had multiple instances, where I've uh, had altercations. Never with a firearm, but
Right.
I've been choked out. I've been, you know, but people don't realize how dangerous this world is. They don't want to admit it. They don't want to see it.
Oh, absolutely. No, I'm going to agree with that. No, I will agree with that. And I seen a
It saddens
comment.
me.
Uh, and it's gone now. I mean, chat's moving pretty quick, but anyway, it said something to the effect of prices going up and the packaging is getting smaller. I had someone run up to me the other day, go, look, I got this for the same price I did 5 years ago. I said, yeah, how many ounces is that? Well, it's 4. I said, how many ounces was it back then? They said, I don't know. And so I went and got one out of the freezer and I said, here you go. They looked at it and there was 12 and a half ounces. I said, you're really getting a good deal, aren't you?
Damn.
So, and that just happened to me just a day or two ago.
Dude, I've noticed that shit with the cookies. Like, they'll put like 12 cookies in the same
Mm-hmm.
packaging and they'll fill that shit with like the plastic that holds the cookies
Yep.
to make it look like it's the same size packaging.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I get that. You get this big old bag of chips and You open it up and a bunch of air comes out and you get 2 or 3 chips in the damn thing.
Oh God, don't get me started.
Is that like what, $4 right out the window?
Right. For like not even a quarter of a bag.
Yeah, it ain't. Then half of them are all
Like
crumbled up in the
maybe
bottom of the damn
maybe
thing.
10 years ago it was maybe half the bag. Well, now it's like less than a quarter of the bag.
Oh yeah. You get some crumbs in the bottom and that's it.
Oh yeah, there ain't even whole chips in there no more. It's just like, oh well, here's what we found at the bottom of the machine.
Yeah, they're just scraping the bottom.
Ugh. It sickens me. It really does.
Should be focusing on the world. That's where the action is. Well, we can't even fix our little few feet we got here right here in the United States. And I don't think I know focusing on the world because everybody, it's all humanity. I believe in humanity. I'm going to tell you, until we can get our shit fixed here, right here at home, how in the hell, if we can't clean up our backyard, how in the hell can we go clean up somebody else's?
But Shane, here's the problem. Oh, it's somebody else's problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if we just elect so and so, he'll fix it.
Bullshit.
Right.
That's a bullshit lie.
Right.
And it is. I'm sorry. Michael, hello.
But that's the thinking of today's world.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, it's not it's not my problem. You know?
Ain't their problem till it hits their doorstep and they're whining to everybody, I need help. It's on my doorstep. Well,
Right. Not in
we've
my
been telling
backyard.
you. Yep, that's it. That's it. Are you going on tonight, prepping?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'll be off here by 9.
Yeah.
I went and looked at your show last night. You had a
did.
good show last night.
Well, yeah, I tried to keep it. Well,
You had a big,
the last
you had a
half
big
got a little
panel, that's
wild.
for sure.
Yeah, this the whole situation with everything lately is it wrong for me to say that it saddens me and makes me want to cry on a nightly basis?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
Like-
tell you something. That's no shit. I get so down and out because of people are so misled and they just believe what they're told and they don't really look at what's really going on and just some things you just have to go. Something don't make sense there. That's bullshit. And that's what I do. When I tell myself it's bullshit, I just turn my head and don't look at it no more. I go on to the next subject.
Well, let me put it this way. It's getting so bad here in the cities, or at least where I'm at, that you try to turn your head away and it doesn't the next thing's just as fucked up.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with
it's-
that.
It's not there's no escape from it.
Yeah, which evil do you look at? This one or that one?
Right. It's not oh, I can go outside and have some peace and quiet and get away from everybody. No, it's everywhere.
That's why I don't live in a big city, prepping.
If I could move, Shane, you bet your ass I would.
I tell you, I live in a little, oh, you might call it a suburb. We call it out in the country. And we got a little town here. It's got everything we need. The shelves have not been empty yet. Some of the price gone up. Get this, I went and bought a bunch of T-bones the other day from our little bitty local grocery store. Mom and Pop owned. $5.99 a pound for T-bones. That was on sale.
That's on
Yeah, you
sale.
Yeah, they was on sale, $5.99. And that was a family pack, so that means it has to be 2 or more. That's fine with me. I'd rather buy more than one at a time because one at a time was like $6.99 a pound. And I'm going to tell you, $5.99 a pound for a T-bone steak is dirt cheap. I've been buying that the same price for
Well, I don't eat
10 years.
so I don't know. I don't eat T-bone, so I wouldn't know the standard price.
Yeah, and well, ribeye is my favorite. At the same time, the T-bones were $5.99. The ribeyes were $11.99.
Not to change the subject here, but Annette Graff says, then the 6-year-old with the pew pew in Virginia. Again, it's like, what is this world coming to, Shane?
Oh, I know it. Doc P, I don't know what flat trions are. Been buying.
What is
I
it?
don't know what that is. I don't know that word. It's probably just a different word that I'm used to using.
What
I
is
just
it?
never heard it. Hey, Margaret Egner, hello.
Who said the comment?
Doc P.
How far back?
He's about midway up on the StreamYard, and he's about 2/3 of the way up. Let's see. Okay, it's a flat iron steak, he said. Okay, yeah, the
Oh.
flat iron steak. You know, used to I could buy flat iron steak for $2.99 a pound. Now the damn flat iron steak, or even the ones that you can pound into make your chicken fried steaks, I used to get them in a package of 4 for this package of 4 for $3.89 for the 4-pack. Now that ain't a pound. That's for the 4-pack. Now it's damn near that for a regular. Yeah, a skirt steak's real close. Yes, it's a different cut, but it's real close. It has the same texture and the same. They're a little harder to cook if you don't know what you're doing. They do become a little bit tough, but if you cook them slow, they're just fine. That's like the bottom rounds of the same damn thing.
That's what I make my jerky out of.
Yep. A lot of people do. Slice her thin and jerky it. Yes, similar to flank. Yes, it is. Professor Falcon, leather steaks. Yeah, it's pretty bad when a can of beans is as high as a damn steak anymore. There's shit that's I'm going to try to call Goya and see if I can order direct. I don't know if I can order enough to go direct. I'm sure they got a minimum to ship it.
When
But
my
Goya-
aunt would order a hamburger at like Logan's
Yep.
Roadhouse and that, they're like, how do you want it done? Hockey puck. She'd burn
Holy
the shit.
cow.
She'd have them burn the shit out of it to the point where it was hard.
Yeah, see, I can't do that.
Because she grew up in the Depression, so like the ground hamburger was not that good, so she's always skeptical of it.
Right.
So
I
she had to
understand that.
cook the shit out of it.
Joe C., if you live 15 minutes away from Goya, find out if individuals can buy and how much they have to buy to get it delivered.
Huh?
Joe C.
Will that be 1 pallet or 2?
I can't buy a semi-load. I can't afford that. But I mean, I'm sure I could get with the community and we could buy a semi-load of it.
I can run a forklift for anyone that gives a flying fuck.
Oh, yeah, I can too. I've been doing it for forklift, excavator, front end loader, backhoe, any of the heavy equipment. Because out here, like I said, when you live in a little place like this, you got to learn how to do a lot of things. You'll starve to death. Yes, deplorable chicken hen Goya does. Just go into Google and type in Goya Foods, and it'll pop right up.
Well, I'm gonna drop down here, Shane. I got my stuff starting here in 5.
Okay, no, that's fine. Well, thank you for coming up. I appreciate it.
Yeah. You have a good
Elaine
night.
James, hello. No, I'm glad you come up. I appreciate you very much.
All right, bye.
See you, bud. I've seen something else. Where is it? Yeah, Goya is. They don't sell much Goya around here. Every once in a while, we'll get a couple cases of some kind of Goya in the store down here, and I can't complain. It's American-made food. It originated out of Mexico, I do believe. And Angola. Okay. Yeah, they got. I know Goya's got warehouses all over. Yeah, deportable chicken. That's what I'm going to do. I thought about that 2 nights ago, and I thought I need to just order direct. I don't need to keep going to this. Yeah, there is a small Hispanic store right up here, 40 miles from me. T. Muckin, hello. I want to tell you, yeah, Professor Falcon, Goya makes. If anybody ain't tried Goya, and I ain't gonna make a dime off this. I don't really care, but their food's just as good as anybody else's. You're gonna buy off the shelf, and they're all natural. And yeah, I remember Goya supporting T-Man, and that's why I went to try the food, and I was thoroughly impressed. It's actually really good food. I'm not saying every can's going to be perfect because hell, it is mass produced. Oh yeah, Janet Coleman, I do. I don't buy calves from anybody. I just buy the grain fed and corned beef on the hoof. I buy the whole cow, or I split it with somebody and we go in halves. Then we split the processing fee. And yeah, I can eat steak for as cheap as I eat hamburger when you do it that way. And I think the last one I had 80 pounds of hamburger, and hell, I give 40 pounds of hamburger away to my family. Deplorable chicken. I do buy regular beans in a bag, and a lot of times because one bag will make like 4 cans of refried beans. If you like them too. Uh, so yeah, I buy them because I like ham and beans. I can boil them up and get them ready and use half of them, freeze a half. The other half I'll put for ham and beans. The other half I'll save for my chilies. And then, there's times I'll boil a whole bag of them, which makes a crap load of them. And I'll make refried beans out of them. You mash them up with some good oil and not that cheap stuff, not the expensive stuff, but something that's natural. I usually use olive oil, virgin olive oil, all organic. Camperman, I haven't got any right off. Well, I actually do have some in my freezer, but I don't have any extra at this moment. But if I did, I would send it because I just don't have it like I used to. Because I don't buy the cows like I used to because the cow prices went through the friggin' roof down on the hoof. And on the hoof means while they're still alive. Deplorable chicken. I don't use regular lard, but yes, I have a long time ago, back when my mom was still buying it. Lard's getting hard to find. Yes, cameraman, chili. I can eat chili year round. Margaret, I don't know if I'm a great cook, but I do enjoy cooking when it's more than just me. And if y'all don't mind, there's quite a few people in here. If y'all don't mind, give me a thumbs up. And Margaret, yeah, there's a lot of my friends and family that love to come over and eat when I cook, and they know I'm cooking. So I'm not saying I'm the best, but for a little podunk out here in the middle of nowhere, I do all right. Darren Fulmer, hello. I missed you. Marie Zori, Zouri. I don't know how to say your last name. Apologize. Elaine James. Yeah, get this. Oh, I got a funny story. I was just told, my brother called me right before the show. I think it was last night. He had brought me in a dozen eggs and he had stopped by and give some to his buddy. And his buddy said, tell Shane, hey, Carol Z. He says, tell Shane to drop them eggs in a pot of water. I said, okay, why? And he goes, because if they float, throw them away. If they sink, they're good. He says he had one egg that was moving and there was, hang on just a second, guys. I apologize. I am so sorry. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody knows when I go live, and I think that's the only time they want to call me. But anyway, my story about the eggs. Anyway, a buddy of mine, one of the eggs started moving. And it's my brother's buddy too. There was a chick in the egg. It wasn't going to live. It wasn't fully developed, but it was moving. So the funny thing is, my brother has no rooster. And I asked him, I said, is this one from the brand new chicks you got? Because he's got some new chicks. He says, I don't know which one it come from because they're all the same size now. Used to, they was having little eggs, and that was from the little ones. But somehow this egg already had, now this is a true story. My brother told me about it. It just blew my mind. How in the hell does he have chicks in an egg when there ain't no rooster fertilizing eggs? And so he brought me a carton and says, hey, when he did, he told me that story. And I thought, okay, well, I'll do that. He says, yeah, if they float, throw them out. He said, if they sink, stay at the bottom, you can keep them. Yeah, and King, I don't know how that happens because, frogs are the only ones that I knew of here recently that could, here in the last 20, 30, 40 years, that could actually be either sex or both sex, all of the same offspring. So I asked him if it was new ones. He didn't know if it was the new ones or the ones that's, 10 years old. He didn't know for sure. But either way, he still ain't got a rooster and hasn't for a long time. That's what I thought, Joe C. But he said they found a chick in one of them and it was moving. And I thought, so that asked me, is this one of them new ones? Because it may be one of those ones that's got the GMOs in it and it's starting to alter their DNA is the only thing I could think. That makes no damn sense. Because 4, 5, 6 months ago, my brother got rid of that rooster he had because it was just a pain in the ass. Wouldn't let the chickens eat and wanted to beat them up. Tried chili and sour cream. Pretty good, Captain Finger. Yeah, Robert Lawrence, yes. After you get that sour cream mixed in there, throw you a few pickles on the top. That usually works pretty good. Yeah, he may be pranking me in that graph. He may be. I'm just telling the story like it was told to me. What's my brother smoke? My brother don't smoke. He don't drink. He's one of the most straight-laced people you'll meet. But when he gave it to his buddy, our buddy, he said one of them had a damn chick in it. My brother says it can't happen. I ain't got no rooster. And I really didn't think they would lay very much without a rooster, but they're laying just actually better without the rooster. Asking for a friend. You know, deplorable. He don't smoke nothing. He never has. He's never tried a drug one in his life. He may be working himself silly. Yeah. Yeah, Joe, I knew this, and I'm wondering if somehow a guinea or a pheasant or something got in there and maybe did it, but I can't figure it out. I know we eat that rooster quite a while back, so it was just crazy to me too. Yeah, I didn't think they'd lay very much without a rooster, but I guess they do. Yeah, deplorable. Maybe he should. Yeah. Now the guy that told him the story, that's our friend. He does drink quite a bit of Bud Light. At times he gets a little silly, but a great guy, hard worker every day. Great guy, do anything in the world for anybody. But he's the one that told my brother. So yeah. If it's good, eat. If not, it's dog food or cat food, that's for sure. Anyway, I guess that story run off a bunch of people. I shouldn't tell stories that was told to me. I'm sure everybody's heard stories from somebody else, but that was the wildest one I ever heard. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's something to do with the hormones in it or something. I don't know. He's playing for Fort Knox chicken coops. Yeah, I know that's right. Deplorable. Doesn't that suck? All you get then is a bunch of chicken and dumplings. So yeah, I bet that's right, King. Yeah, maybe the hen's hiding a spur. Hell, who knows? Yeah, like I said, I've never heard of such. And that's why I asked him if it was from one of the new ones he got this spring, late fall, late winter, this spring. That's why I asked him if it was one of them. But he didn't know. He don't know where each one of them lay. You know. Jeff Bay, I don't understand that language you're writing in right at this moment, but sure would be easier to understand if you'd translate that crap. T Muckin, Top Monk, hello. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know if it's Arabic or what it is, but yeah, it's a little different. Like Mazda, I didn't understand that, but okay. Looks Arabic. You know, I don't think he did kiss off. I seen an interview the other day. I'm not sure. Child tax credit. Uh, what little I know about a child tax credit is it is a rebate you get for having to support your own child. It was a Jeff B says it's Urdu. Uh, yeah, the child tax credit. I never dug much into that, but all it is a rebate at the end of the year. That some of these single women that don't make X amount of dollars and raising the X amount of kids get a big lump of some money at the end of the year. Pretty much all they paid in, they get back and then some. Maybe my brother has a chicken that's after Martha died. Maybe Janet, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, on that Tucker Carlson, or I mean that Sean Hannity, I think he still backs T, but he's also basically a journalist. He's still going to report whatever's going to be big in the headline hits for his show. He gets paid lots of money to bring in the big hits. Kiss off, yeah, there's some of them that's pretty cool. They're very blunt. I like that. Kim, I didn't understand your comment there. Back to the pattern that Raw was fun. Oh yeah, I know that's right, T Muckin. Um, Kiss off. I don't trust any reporter. I'll take what they have to say with a grain of salt and I'll look at it, but that was a good night, everybody, huh? Jeff B. Yeah, and that's true too, Jeff B. I think he just does what he's told. Now, Joe C., I don't think that's a good conversation to get into this evening. What about pumps? I'm not going to say the other right now. Yeah, and that may be why they grounded why the FFA grounded but they only grounded domestic flights. See, that don't make sense. If it's going to Ukraine, then I don't know. Mike Hunt. Josie, do I know Mike Hunt? Now I know what you're getting. You're trying to get a laugh, so I did it. I don't reckon I do. Don't reckon I do. Yeah, Sean. He did a good. I enjoyed his interview with McCarthy because it kind of put him on the hot seat. Oh yeah, Jeff. No, I'm not going to deny that either. I think it's going to come back and bite us all in the ass. Now, Elaine James, when you hear shit like that solar flares is what caused the flights grounded. In my opinion, that's a bullshit lie. We've had solar flares since the day this Earth started rotating around the sun. And it's all a lie. Hang on, sounds like I got company coming up the door. All right, sorry about that. That screaming little young lady to come in, little 3-year-old's not happy about something. But Tracy, say the first and last name all at once, all together, and you'll get his joke. Oh, the media should all get ostrich. Yeah, wouldn't that be wonderful? Yeah, let's praise them some more for all the idiocracies they pulled over the last 20 years. Yeah, they're the best. Yeah, they should get Best Actors Guild. My God. A huge grifter. Yep, that's true. Yeah, okay, Tracy got it. Yeah, there's a lot of people that call up radio stations, and I've seen some on the bloopers reels of some of the weather stations and shit say that name, Mike Hunt, and it's funny as hell to watch him. I mean, but yeah, it's pretty dirty joke to play when you're in a when you got a lot of religious people around you. That's can hurt a little bit, you know. You know, Jeff B, that's a good question. The best question to ask is they could save a lot of money on an EKG and just go in there and go, hey, they give it. Did you get any of them snake poison jabs? If you did, say, okay, you're not qualified to play. We can't afford a liability. Well, the bad thing is, Jeff B, is if they keep backing some of a lot of them have that we're helping right now aren't going to be much help to us when it comes down to the nut cutting. Yeah, deplorable. That's all of us. Every once in a while, we all slip, have to giggle about something a little nefarious, but yeah, he's trying to pull that crap again when there's no emergency. That's a BS lie. They're going to start it back up again, ladies and gentlemen, in my eyes, because look what's coming up. 2024. So they got to get it stirred up and get it all they're going to get it all stirred up again because 2024 is coming. So that way they can put all kinds of regulations on who can go out and give their opinion on a piece of paper. I was trying to read Tracy's. It says, my husband instead, it was only commercial flights, but did it include all flights, single engine, private jets? I don't know. All I know is it was supposed to cover the domestic flights. No, Jeff. Yeah, they're already working on that. Yeah, King. Yeah, that's probably correct. Yeah, I don't have any of them. I'm not going to get any of them. Well, that's just because I said that too, and it was one of those deals of just not letting people take off, but everybody in the air needs to get to where their destination is and be grounded. Kiss off. I'm not going to say that's I'm not going to say you're incorrect. I mean, it happens. Everybody deals with it a little different. Yeah, vanilla pudding. Yeah, that's pretty good. Josie. I like putting a few bananas in it and a few vanilla wafers off on the top of it. Yeah, Jeff B. Yeah, there's either a shitload of cargo going somewhere or a shitload of troops going somewhere. Yeah, and that's good. They're on alert. They need to be. You're donating. Dijon mustard. Hello. Good to see you. Yeah, you probably did, Jeff B. I'm sure a couple of us probably have read that. Probably so. Yeah, well, anytime Biden's going to look into something, he might as well forget about it because he won't even remember what he's looking for by the time he gets there. Hey, Brew. I seen something else. It's nobody G. Anybody still waiting on 2020 to be fixed? We're pretty much screwed. Yeah, there's big hopes. We're going to find out, but what are they going to do? No one's going to go to jail. Nothing's going to happen. Okay, so now we get to watch out for it. Well, we should have been watching out for it the whole damn time anyway. It's all good. Nobody G. Yeah, I think America's been. It's one of those deals. America has been lied to, but it's been going on since the 70s. It's just been a little bit more and a little bit more every year, and they see how far they can push us. And none of us pay attention. We got busy lives. We got kids we're raising. We got family we're hanging around. Houses to clean, cars to make payments on. You know, it's just a big shit show, and they keep us distracted with all these damn bills we have to pay. So no one pays attention to what the government's doing to us. Then we wake up one day and find out that we're all been lied to and bent over. So it's one of those deals. We have got to keep our eyes open from here on out, no matter what. Well, Jeff B, that may be what happens too. Yeah, television, that's correct. Yeah. Carol Z, they did pass a law to take away the 87,000, and it was with you're going to take it away, or it's going to be not funded. It's pretty much from what I gathered. So I think Carol Z, I think they did. I think they did away with that BS. Oh yeah, T Mucking. Yeah, it's a soap opera. Yes, it is. Hang on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. It's Jerry Springer show. Yeah, the whole United States government is a Jerry Springer show at this moment. But anyway, I'm going to probably shut this down here in about 6 minutes. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll drop the link one time. If somebody wants to come up, fine. As long as they got something we can intelligently talk about, I'm fine with that. But if they can't add to the conversation we've been having or something that's really interesting, I'm getting kind of tired. So, and I don't mean to be tired, but, and I won't be able to sleep. So I know I can't go to bed, but tired of talking things over with myself. So, yes, it is all a shell game. Yeah, Elaine James. Yeah, a really bad episode of Twilight Zone. Okay, we got Joe in here. We'll see. Joe? Okay, he left. Now, here's the deal. If you have not been in the chat, I'm not going to let you up. I didn't boot him, but he left himself. But if you haven't been in the chat, you're not coming up. I'm sorry. I've had too many incidents where it goes sour, and the people in here deserve better respect than that. So anyway, yep, link's fixing to disappear up top, and then once it disappears out of range, we're done. I hadn't heard that either. Which way the dog craps from, but it may be true. May be true.
Usually they crap downward.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Right out the back end.
Yeah. It almost always goes straight down. How you doing?
Yeah. Good. How are you, man?
Oh, been going through it. Just one step at a time. One step at a time. No matter how much it seems I get done, I got 10 more things that get added to the list. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Welcome to the world.
Yeah. What scared you?
You think you get caught up, and the next thing you know, you realize you didn't get caught up. You're just doing the shit you should have done 5 years ago.
Yeah. Is that the real Jeff B, or is that a fake Jeff B?
No, that's a real one.
Is it? Okay. Because I've seen a few fake ones out there.
Oh, yeah. You can tell by the dartboard.
Well, it's other people mimic him. So.
Oh, yeah. But their dartboards look different.
Yeah.
That's how I know the difference, because there was 3 of them in here one night, and it wasn't even the real one.
Yeah.
When I first started going, and then the real one bopped in, and I said, I'm going to call the real one, and he's going to tell me which one it is.
Yeah.
So I did. I called him on the phone, and we found out which one it was, and it's this one here.
All right. Yeah. No, it's we had oh man, it's been a mess out here. It has been a mess. We had 3 days of 3 days of solid ice come down.
Oh, nice.
And then we've had like 6 days of rain since. So I got every pump running that I can possibly run to, try and keep as much of the flooding from happening. And trees are coming down like crazy. I hate these cottonwoods. They are such weak-ass trees.
Yeah, they're brittle.
Yeah, a good wind can take them down, and we got some 100 and 120, 150 footers. They're coming down and taking out large sections of my fence,
Yep.
So I'm like constantly I'm either repairing fence or I'm cutting up tree. I'm like, oh boy. And the thing is it doesn't do any good because, well, number one, because the wood is soaked, so you're not going to burn it. And then when it is dry enough to burn, it burns up so fast that it doesn't, it has cottonwoods have absolutely no value whatsoever.
If you can get them just right and they're still just a hint moist, you can get some heat off it, more heat than what you get off a regular cottonwood. Now, they can't be soaked by no means.
Yeah.
But if they'll start on the outside and the inside still a little moist, they'll put off good humidity and good heat, and they help a bunch.
Yeah. Well, they don't burn like good old fashioned, oak or pine.
No. And they'll plug up your chimney too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Now the Douglas firs, that burns real good. It's a nice slow burning wood. With the right cuts on them, you can get an all-nighter, all night log out of them, but yeah, it's just been nuts. Just been nuts. Nonstop. Yeah. Hi everybody in chat. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. I was, but I wasn't.
Well, the good thing is about cottonwood, it's a little softer wood. It burns up in a hurry, but it's cheap and it's everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. And unfortunately, it drops so much seed,
Yep.
so much, that it just you can cut down 10, but you might have 30 more of them popping up before a year's out. Yeah. So, and it's that season, where everything that was pounded in the ground is now getting totally saturated. So when the spring hits, they're going to start popping up from everywhere. It's just like nuts.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, I haven't even honestly, I haven't even been following what's been going on in the world, because I'm going out at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I don't finish until about 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. So it's like I know Kevin McCarthy got voted in. Pretty much that's pretty much as far as and Kerry Lake's got to file another appeal now or something like that. I guess the Fed isn't going to look at it. The federal Supreme Court there isn't going to look at it until it goes through the appeals court.
Right.
And it's like, what? It's all of this should just be.
And the bad thing is, the last one she filed, the appeals court shot her down.
Yeah.
So it's not going to go through again. So she's kind of shooting herself in the foot.
Yeah. Well, it's like the Brunson. It's like the Brunson case.
Yep.
A lot of people
won't even hear the damn thing. Yep.
No. And what's crazy, but see, this is the thing is that the Brunsons get to approach them like 5 or 7 more times.
Right.
With that one bit of paperwork, and all they have to do is just do a little another or document or two, so yeah, that was the disappointing thing, was that they wouldn't even hear it,
right,
and that was a good legitimately strong case. I read the entire document that they put together, and I was impressed. I didn't
get to read it, but I did get briefed on it by a gentleman that does know about it.
Yeah. It was a long read.
Yep.
It wasn't no short read. It was a long read. And there was so much good, solid information in there, as well as pointing out different parts of the Constitution that most people don't even think about. So
right.
So yeah.
Well, I'm going to do one of two things here in just a second. I'm either going to do a little music for 3 minutes, or you're going to have to take over the show for a minute, Hawk. Which one you want?
Oh, I can talk to him for a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Hope everybody's doing good. I've seen a few of you in Lil's. I try to turn her on when I get up in the morning and I'm out working and everything. I try to listen in as much as I can, but then the chainsaw goes on and you're not hearing so much anymore. But for the most part. So, but other than that, I've been pretty much missing everything. So if you got questions, I probably don't have the answers right now. But I will say this. Our patience goes a lot deeper than any of us ever thought that they would. Because I remember a year ago, especially a lot of people here in chat, you were like, I can't do this much longer. I can't do this much longer. Well, look, you made it another year. All right. So just keep it up. Keep pushing forward. Keep paying attention. And we got this. We got this. No problem. Yeah. Yeah, you've been having them too, TM. It's it's and that's the thing is I have sections of fence that are the panel 8 foot by 8 foot sections, 8 feet tall, 8 feet wide, and they're slab pieces. And once the wind catches onto them, that's it. You just go. Do you mind? I'm having a conversation here with the people. All right. Can you just be quiet. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah. But when the wind catches those, man, it's like, and the thing is our low winds here are about 60 to 65 miles an hour. Our high winds are about 125. So, and with the weakness of the cottonwoods on top of it, that doesn't help either. So it's either I got trees coming down or I got panels coming down, one or the other. And after a while, they start to break up in pieces. So actually,
just more kindling.
Pretty good. You can see a couple of them are inside here now. Hi, Dinah. She's laying over there waiting for the big dogs to get done eating their big dog food so that they can jump into it and get some too. They just had their puppy food outside and they're just itching to get into the big dog's food now. But they're patient. They wait for the big dogs to get done, which is good.
They don't want nipped.
Yeah, well, honestly, they don't really do that. Their temperament isn't like that. It's like I teach them from puppies that they're love dogs. I really do.
Yeah, but still a dog's temperament when it comes to their food, depending on how much they're fed and when they're fed, they tend to nip at them and it shows them their pecking order.
Yeah. Grandma does that. Jilly Bean. Yeah,
yep.
She does that.
Yeah, it just shows them pecking order, and that just means you wait your damn turn.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's the problem with Congress. They don't know their pecking order.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Hello.
You gotta think about when it changed from them working for the people to them working for themselves.
Yeah. When they went from working for the people to running the people, and we had to pay them to tell us what to do.
Yeah.
That's kind of bad.
I don't think I've ever seen them actually work for the people. If it's not benefiting them, if it's not benefiting them, especially financially, there's no cost to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a myth. They work for us. That was the old lie they told us to get them in there. And once they got the power of the purse, and they got manipulated everybody into paying X amount of taxes for no reason. And here's the funny thing: me and you go out and work every day. Okay, let's just say we go out and work, and we earn our money, and we pay our tax on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we hire somebody to come in and work for us. We pay them some money.
Yep, and we pay taxes on that money.
We pay taxes on it, and they pay taxes on it. So how many times are they going to tax us? Here's the thing: once the taxes are paid for the money from the first person, it should be done because the taxes are already paid.
Yep, because then you're going to go and pay sales tax, gas tax.
Absolutely. Inflation is another hidden tax.
Yep.
Shane percent. Hello, Joseph. I'm going to tell you, it is a taxes are illegal. I'm sorry.
Yep.
They are illegal from the get-go.
Yeah, well, we shouldn't say that they're illegal. They're voluntary. And once you put yourself into that voluntary system, it's hard to get out of it.
That's what I said the other night. Once you sign that piece of paper saying that you agree you owe taxes.
Yep. That's the truth, because once you do that, you're hung. You're hung. They can come take your house, they can take your car, they can take your, and then you got to really think about is, do we actually ever really get to own anything?
No, you don't. You just keep paying on it.
Scout, come on around here, buddy. Come on.
Yeah, even once it's paid off, and you don't pay no more excise tax on it, but you're still paying for it because you're still buying a tag. You're still buying insurance. You're still buying, and when you pay that stuff, where does the money go?
Yep. And every time you go back to re-register your vehicle, because you got to redo that every like 3 or 4 years, then you got to pay a tax. Then you got to pay the tax on the vehicle again.
Yeah, right. Correct.
It's like, what the hell? I already paid you the tax on this vehicle. No, I'm not paying you tax again. And then you paid tax on the vehicle when you bought it.
Yep. You pay the excise tax, you pay the direct tax.
Yep.
And then you pay all the interest on the note.
We need a lot smaller government and no taxes.
I think, you know, and I said this 2 days ago when I was on my tax rant. If they would come out and they would say, just like Trump pushed and just like a couple other pushed, it goes all the way back to Reagan. If they would go to a flat tax, and they damn near got it passed in 2002, no, early 2001, of a flat tax, one person pays as much as anybody else except a flat tax, let's say it's 14%. Now you're rich, they said, oh, it wouldn't affect the rich. Bullshit. They buy a lot more shit and a lot bigger and more expensive shit. And you put 14% on it, they're paying them the same amount of taxes we are.
Yep.
Now it's going to affect everybody the same, but it gets rid of all the IRS that we're paying and all the federal government that we're paying that doesn't do anything but try to throw us in jail for not paying their wages.
Yeah. Yeah, and I did see that they did pass it to stop the hiring of those 86,000.
Yes, 87,000 did get. The Republicans did push that. They got it passed.
Yep.
And they said if it don't go through the Senate and get signed, then they'll just be funded. Basically, is what was said.
Yep.
Because they get the power of the purse because it don't go into an operation until next year.
Yep. Yep.
Which that's one of the best things they've done. I just keep it up. Don't just stop at one win and go, ha, ha, we won. We can talk about it for 2 years until we're reelected or not. No, keep the wins coming for the American people, not for yourself.
Yep, exactly. And and really before I trust any of them, I have to see that with this group, just
Especially with the speaker we got.
Yeah. Oh yeah, knowing his connection to the WEF and other things, and Pelosi's lapdog for so many, So, and
we
that
roll over on so many bills. It wouldn't be funny.
And that Jeffries, Hakeem Jeffries, he ain't nothing but a piece of crap. He ain't nothing but a piece of crap.
He reminds me of Cory Booker.
It disgusts me to hear them stand up and say the honorable so and so. You ain't honorable if you've been in there lying your ass off and doing everything against the American people. You're not honorable at all.
No,
that title should be removed from them. And he's a piece of crap. There's all of them are. Honestly, it's just,
there's a couple that I would go ahead and put in there. Jim Jordan, Scalise. I wouldn't mind to see them two in there because they always try to do what they say. They try, but they're already shot down either by McCarthy or Pelosi.
Yeah. And Jordan's been there, 14 years already?
Who?
Jordan
and McCarthy started the same time, 16 years ago. They started the same year.
Yeah. See, none of them should be there that long.
No, they should have term limits, 8 years at max, just like a president. And that's if you get voted in.
I wouldn't give them 8 years. I'd give them 6,
Well, here's the deal. If they're all equal parts of the government, you got the judicial, executive, and legislative. If all three are equal branches of the law, then all three should have the same term limits. In other words, SCOTUS, the Supreme Court should have term limits. It is not a lifelong seat.
Yeah.
The Senate and the Congress should not have lifelong seats because the president.
There should be no incumbents. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's even like your local county judges and things like that. Most of them are incumbents and they don't even list who they're running against or if anybody's even running,
Right.
So it's like, counties get to stay crooked because of the crooked system. It's a broken system. It is. It's a broken system.
It's so screwed up. No one even knows what the law is anymore. And not even the politicians, whether they're state or federal.
Yeah.
Truth for the search for truth. Hello, Travis. How you doing, bud?
Jazz, what are you doing? What are you doing, Jazz? Come and eat. Jazz, come and eat, baby. Come and eat, baby. Hi, Baron.
They're probably.
You need to get your big head out of the way because I can't turn my chair. There you go. Thank you. he puts his head up in there, and it's so damn big. I can't move my chair because I'll crush his head in between the chair and the desk.
Right.
You know what? I don't even see Gabriel. Leave her alone. All right. Yeah, it's nice. I've gone 4 months now without a pregnant dog, and have no pregnant dogs now.
Oh, wow. What'd you do? You hide the males from them?
Well, I've been locking up the female when she goes into heat.
There you go.
As soon as she starts spotting, that's it. She goes away for 2 weeks, and that's it.
Did you put her on concrete?
Yeah. It's
Because they say if you put her on concrete, the scent don't carry like it does if it's in dirt.
yeah. Well, they're in a building, so they're enclosed. So they have the
Nice.
protection from the from the weather and everything else. It's just a pain in the butt because I got to run an extension cord in there to have a light in there and have heat in there and everything else. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt, but that's the privileges of doing what you enjoy, I guess.
yeah, and I got so I got 8 pups left, and they're almost all gone in the next week.
Nice.
So yeah, it's going to be quiet around here for a bit, which is going to be nice.
Yeah,
I wanna-
by the time you say that, there's going to be one that pops up a little.
Yeah, a little prego. Yeah, no, it's no, I'd say I've had more time to pay attention with the weather change and everything else because I haven't had plants and greenhouses to worry about and everything else. So
Right.
I have more time for the dogs now. So so and it was a little tough for me to keep on top of it because of the fact that I'm like doing 10,000 other things during the daytime, and so now that I don't have to worry about all that other stuff, now I get to spend more time directly with them and everything. So
Well, that's good.
yeah.
Well, that's good. I mean, it probably sucks not having your greenhouses up. And how long till you get moved now? Are you getting any closer? You're still kind of just stagnant.
We're in a holding pattern. So,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And the new owners for this place, I mean, they were supposed to be here last month. They're supposed to be here in December, and then they put it off until January, and now it looks like they might be putting it off until February because they don't like this weather.
Right. That's the biggest thing. You got to look at the weather anytime you go to move somewhere.
Yeah, and it's and the thing is the ground here, is this is not an easy work, ground soil situation. I wouldn't count on this particular soil here to grow anything other than these crappy cottonwoods and stuff like that. I wouldn't use it. I don't use it for growing cannabis, So, but yes, I am still moving. We're just in a holding pattern right now.
Well,
Yeah.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, it's like I said, it gives me more time for the dogs right now, and getting more stuff and packed up and everything else. So
Well, in
we
a
got,
way,
we got flooded pretty bad. So I had to throw about a quarter of the things that I had packed up and ready to go. I had to. I are going to have to go out for destruction because they saturated. We had so much water here.
right.
Our shallowest point was 8 inches. Our deepest point was 33. And
Wow.
one of the greenhouses, and that's where I had everything staged to load into trucks and everything else. I had 33 inches of water in it.
Wow.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I couldn't
yeah,
even fill it for 4 days.
Property.
Yeah, for 4 days, I couldn't even fill up propane tanks.
I knew you said you was getting pretty low on your gens and all that because of it.
Yeah. It's what it was I got the propane tank filled up, and then the rain came in, and but then the nipple and the hose and everything that's on the bottom of it, so that was completely submerged. The water was a quarter of the way up the propane tank.
Wow.
Yeah, so I couldn't even fill up propane tanks at that point.
Yeah, most of my nurse hoses have always been on the top. I put them right off right where the regulator goes in.
And you can see how big the tanks are. These aren't little tanks.
Yeah, no, those are 90 pounders.
Yeah. Is that what they call them? 90 pounders? Okay. For some reason, I
Yeah,
thought
they're either 90 or 100. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what it
So
looks like to me.
I have like 6 of them. 6 or 7 of them. I keep one on the porch here for the puppies with a heater on it, to keep their dog beds dry and everything. And half of the puppies sleep out there. The other half have made their way in here and everything else. But it's kind of funny, It was I open the door and I leave the door open and they can come in all they want.
Right.
They just when it comes to sleeping time, they choose to sleep outside.
Well, they like the cooler air.
Yeah,
They breathe better.
and even in that ice storm, they were out there. They were on the porch. They didn't want to be in here for it. They were watching it like, I've never seen this before.
Well,
and we had snow for a couple of hours, and they had a blast in that.
We got to look back to the days we domesticated them. And it's in their natural blood. They love to be outside, and that's what they always did. And when it got too cold for them, they'd always have burrows or something they could go into to get away from some of the winds. But for the most part, they like the fresh air. And they like it cool.
Yeah. So I have a cone heater that sits on top of the propane tank for them. Not like the one I have in here. The one I have in here is it's kind of like one of those patio heaters.
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
So it's
They like to sleep outside because Hawk snores too bad. Good one, Devil Dog.
actually I talk in my sleep. That gets them even more. Come on.
Yeah, we used to have them little bitty ones with the little bitty ones that we'd put in our golf carts and stuff. And I want to tell you what, them little dudes work wonderful.
Yeah. Well, what's funny about this is I turned it on. Within 6 minutes, it's 90 degrees in the building.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those little infrareds are awesome.
Yeah, it's and it's it's about yay big, and it's it's shaped like one of those outdoor stand-up patio ones, and that one tank that I got hooked on this has been on there for 2 weeks.
I was going to say, yeah, that thing will last you better of a month.
I haven't even used a quarter of it, so it's like
I was using a 30-pounder running my camper, running it every night on the central heat.
Mm-hmm.
And it lasted me over a week on a 30-pounder.
Yeah.
And that's a central heat unit. Did you hear Devil Dog's comment?
Yeah.
Okay. Sharon Steinspring, hello. Good to see you.
Simplify there, young man. Oh.
All right, Travis. Have a good night, bud. Hope to see you soon. Yeah, Joseph has a 3-brick out in his garage. Yeah. Those things are handy as hell and they work. They're very efficient. Everybody says, oh, don't use propane in the house. Well, why not? You cook, if you live out in the country, you cook on a propane stove. What's the difference?
Yeah. Yeah. It's what I see is, or what I find is, with this particular one here, if I had to leave it running for hours at a time, I wouldn't do it.
No,
I just wouldn't. I get the room heated up to the temperature that it needs to be at, and I know that everybody's in here drying off and everything. Hey, Gabriel.
he's a big one.
Dad's licking all the water off your head so that I'll pet you.
Oh, I tell them, they walk up to me, they're soaking wet. I'm like, go away. I'm not touching you.
Right.
Yeah. Now if I got all my rain gear on, or otherwise, then that's another story.
Yeah, if you're out in the middle of the crap, yeah, what the hell? You're soaked anyway.
Say hi to everybody. You say hi to everybody? No, you're just gonna get my
Annette Graff, have a good evening.
just gonna get my sweatshirt wet, huh? Yeah, good boy. All right, go find the dinner bowl. There's one around here for you somewhere.
The pups
Oh.
in the middle.
Yeah, well, I got 11 food bowls in here, so it's and then 3 on the front porch. So
Nice.
yeah, different sizes and different colors. Because it's like Jilly Bean goes for the black bowl all the time. Baron Scout and Cuvée go for the bigger large breed silver bowls, and then I
Right.
got flat tray silvers that Jazz and Liberty go after, and then Juan goes after a smaller silver bowl, and then Gabriel likes his white bowl.
Go.
And if he doesn't see his white bowl, he gets upset. He'll get over himself. It's right here. Tough guy. Eat your dinner. Oh.
Yeah, good luck with that, Joseph. Once he gets a taste of that chicken blood, he'll never stay away from them.
Oh, yeah. He'll look at you at like the local grocery store.
Oh, yeah, they're going to look, mobile food coming right to me.
Yeah.
That's delivery, not DiGiorno.
Yeah, and that's the thing is once they kill on your land, they generally stick around. They don't go wandering off.
No.
Yeah.
Justin, yeah, I don't see a problem with that. If you come up on panel Friday, I don't, because I am going to shut this down here in just a couple minutes.
Yeah, I got to go in and get my dinner cooking. So I pulled out chicken breast to cook for dinner tonight. So, but I just want to come up and say hey and everything. Let everybody know I'm still alive and all that other good stuff. Yeah.
So what time is it there? You're almost 7:00.
Yeah, it's just coming up on 7. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Yeah. It's I'll go in there. I got a heater going in there, so I might actually have dry pants by the time I walk back in here. I'm gonna make a baked potato and some chicken breast, and just
Right.
kind of relax and chill out.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Well, everybody that's come in here this evening, thank you all for showing up. Like I said, if it wasn't for the chat, we wouldn't have a show. Because it wouldn't do any good for me to sit here and talk to myself.
yeah.
So thank you, each and every one of you, and anybody that hasn't hit that thumbs up on the way out. Would y'all trip over it and go ahead and click it on accident or on purpose or both? And if you want to share it with your friends, maybe somebody will enjoy this, maybe somebody won't, but at least give them the opportunity to make their own choice.
Yeah, there you go.
But anyway, Hawk, do you got any final things you'd like to say before we shut her down?
Just keep pulling, keep plugging along. Don't even think about quitting. We've gone way too far for anybody to give up now. So no matter what you see, you just keep moving.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to shut this down. I think Hawk's going to go cook him some dinner. Chicken breast sounds really well. I wish I was closer to him. I'd go eat with him, give him some company. Plus, I get some good chicken breast.
There you go. Yeah, you know what it is. I have Auntie sent me a bottle of this garlic pepper dinner seasoning.
Yes.
And I mix it in with the flour, put it in, so I put the chicken and egg and then I put the chicken in the flour first and then into the egg and then, so it gets a double coating of flour there. And I deep fry it. It's, quick, it's easy. my baked potatoes, I got this bag that you throw, you throw the potatoes in the bag and you zap them in the microwave for like 10 minutes instead of it taking 50 minutes in an oven. It's done in 10 minutes, and it is fully baked potato. It's not a crispy skin, but I could care less about whether it's got a crispy skin, as long as the potato's cooked all the way through. That's the only thing that matters to me.
Bingo. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
The skin's where all the protein is, but yeah, the potato is the thing that tastes the best.
Oh yeah, I still eat it. It's I just slice through it and cut off hunks of it and dip it in the butter and chow on it.
Yeah, butter and garlic. Yep, gotta have my butter and garlic.
Yeah. But that seasoning she sent me, that's the bomb. That is the bomb. That's probably now when I cook steak, I use Montreal steak.
Right.
And almost everybody knows Montreal steak now. I mean it's
really
good
on hamburgers. If that's only thing you put on a hamburger, it's good.
Oh, I actually had Montreal Seasoning put out a hamburger mix as well. That's
nice.
actually really, really good. I'm like, wow, this is, I'm allergic to onions, but they have dehydrated onions. So that means all the liquid's been taken out of them. So I can cook with that. And it actually makes for a really, really nice burger. And it is, I was always apprehensive about the dehydrated onions. But McCormick does a great job, with their seasoning. So
yes,
I've had no problems, knock on wood, that I haven't had to pull out an EpiPen in a while now, so.
Oh, onions are wonderful. Yep.
I keep those in my fridge. I have like 3 left, I think 3 or 4 left.
Yeah, you can't afford to buy the son of a guns anymore.
No, actually, somebody came out and gave me 12 of them, just gave them to me. And it was in itself was a blessing in disguise,
Oh, absolutely.
And I don't pay attention to the expiration dates. I really don't. If they're kept in the refrigerator, you got no problem.
That's it.
Yep. So, all right, brother, I'm going to head out. You have a great night.
Well, thank you for stopping by, buddy. And we'll talk to everybody. Looks like Friday at 7:00 Central. So hopefully I can get everybody over there at the same time. And we'll just go from there. And yes, I won't, Josie, I will not forget about Goya. Good night, everybody. And we'll talk to you all later.